Ladies and gentlemen, I'm Tomohiro Miura, head of the FinTech Innovation Office at Japan's Financial Services Agency, JFSA. I'm responsible for the digitalization of financial services, including FinTech, in Japan. It is an honor to have this opportunity to share with the World FinTech Festival what we expect from the development of FinTech and from what point of view we consider policy measures. Digitalization in our society is advancing not only in Singapore and Japan, but also all over the world. In particular, the speed of digitalization in finance has been extremely intense because finance itself is based on information and data and is close to digital technology. When I started working in the late 1990s, I used to withdraw cash from ATMs or at the bank counter on my payday because cash was a ticket for shopping. But now, all I need is my smartphone. My smartphone works as a phone, a wallet, and a bank at the same time. Such methods of payment and settlement are representations of financial services digitalization. However, financial services as a whole cover various functions such as corporate finance, asset management, and household asset formation. Digitalization of these functions not only improves the efficiency of operations in the financial industry, but also leads directly to the growth of companies and the improvement of user convenience. FinTech companies are leading the digitalization of financial services. We are often surprised by the problem-finding and problem-solving abilities of FinTech companies in our conversations with them. We would like to support them in creating digital innovation, improving user experience, and developing our economy as a whole. On the other hand, the digitalization of financial services does not substantially change the degree of risks inherent in financial services. In promoting FinTech, it is necessary to appropriately manage these inherent risks and ensure that users are protected. To clarify this point, I would like to touch on decentralized finance. It is sometimes referred to as DeFi, but the definition is not determined. In general, it is a financial system based on a blockchain network as permissionless distributed ledger technology. Digital assets, including crypto assets, are used to provide financial services similar to those in traditional financial systems, such as settlement, lending, and investment. One of the main features of DeFi is that it is not managed by a particular organization. Anyone can provide financial services without permission. The advantage of DeFi includes the enhancement of robustness in financial systems due to the absence of a single point of failure and the realization of quick and low-cost transactions with the use of smart contracts. DeFi might also play a significant role from the perspective of financial inclusion if properly designed. Innovation can take place because anyone can be a service provider. As a result, the DeFi market is growing rapidly, and it has been pointed out that internationally, not only retail investors but also institutional investors are increasing investments in crypto assets, while the use of stablecoins tokens is also increasing. However, DeFi has similar risks as traditional centralized finance. In addition, there are risks that require greater attention because of the nature of DeFi. For example, we can point out that there being no single point of failure makes it unclear who is responsible for the system, who is the subject to be regulated and supervised. There is a spread of risk due to increased interconnections among DeFi, traditional centralized finance, and the real economy. There is provision on financial systems, financial services with inadequate risk management that are out of regulatory oversight. There are risks of money laundering, terrorism financing, and facilitating misconduct due to anonymity, the lack of KYC and AML/CFT measures. We face such challenges when we consider policies related to DeFi. However, I believe that the biggest challenge we must overcome is the possibility that unfounded expectation, rather than solid trust towards the financial system, is what makes each stakeholder in the DeFi system provide or use financial services. Let me show you some examples of unfounded expectations. Users and investors may think that service providers provide secure services, and regulators and governments will do something if any problems occurs. Service providers or the business community may think that users and investors have enough literacy to use our services. If any technical problem occurs, engineers will respond immediately. When there is nothing we can do about the problem, regulators and governments will step in to help. Engineers may think that the business community will not exploit technology beyond our assumptions, much less abuse it. Regulators and governments may think that both engineers and the business community will pay attention to public interest. These are all exceptions without substantial reasons. It is difficult for the DeFi system to develop in a sound manner when the responsibilities of each stakeholder are unclear and when people only have expectations for others that are self-centered for them. What we need is not unfounded expectations, but grounded trust. This is something that multi-stakeholders must build together by clarifying each one's responsibilities and steadily fulfilling their roles. As the first step toward DeFi with trust, it is essential to continue in-depth dialogues among stakeholders, identify issues in the same field, and make progress towards solutions. For smooth dialogue, a platform that serves as a channel is necessary. The Blockchain Governance Initiative Network, or BIGIN, was established last year as a global network to play such a role in facilitating dialogue. We are encouraged by these moves, and JFSA supports BIGIN as a stakeholder so they can fully perform their functions. Some in the business community say to us, not only in the context of DeFi but also in that of FinTech as a whole, do not stop our endeavors. Our efforts should not be subject to regulations, or, since the JFSA authorities do not clarify the rules, we cannot conduct business with peace of mind. Are regulators in the way? The answer is neither yes nor no. Like other stakeholders, we are a part of financial ecosystem. Regulators play a major role in developing regulatory framework that promotes innovation while protecting users. However, better regulations are created not solely by regulators, but together with a mutual understanding of the responsibilities and roles to be fulfilled by multi-stakeholders. We would like to continue engaging in dialogue with stakeholders to build a financial ecosystem based on trust. From this point of view, I would like to express my gratitude again for being able to participate in the World FinTech Festival in Japan, which is viewed by many stakeholders. Thank you very much for your attention.